Hello, wildlife warriors. Join us on Wild Battle as we unveil the epic battles, fierce rivalries, and captivating predator-prey dynamics that define life in the wild. The giraffe, despite its outward calmness, is not an animal to mess with. For instance, this overly persistent rhinoceros received a swift kick to the nose just for trying to provoke the long-necked neighbor. The zebra was peacefully strolling through the savannah until it noticed a lioness sprinting towards it. The predator attempted to pounce on its prey and grab it with its sharp claws. However, the zebra had no intention of giving up so easily and delivered a powerful strike, sending its rival into a knockout. Perhaps for the snake, the frog is some special delicacy. It just holds it in its mouth for so long, not rushing to swallow, as if trying to savor the taste of its prey. The battle between the two giants is a fight to the death. Neither of them is willing to retreat and lose the title of superior. It's understandable from their perspective, but what's even more surprising is the absolute calmness of the other horned observers towards such a fierce brawl. It's as if it doesn't concern them at all. A large elephant decided not to mess with a young rhino mom who was taking its baby out for a walk. At the sight of potential opponents, it simply backed away, clarifying that it was not going to start a conflict. The two rhinoceroses seemed to freeze in place as they tried to show that this elephant was not welcome here. And even when one of them weakened its position, the other still did not move, which in fact made the elephant turn around and walk away. The wildcat observed the movements of the hoofed herd for a long time. It carefully chose the most suitable spot for its watchtower. However, at last, all of this didn't amount to anything, and it had to hastily retreat to avoid getting caught by the horns of the ungulates. For some reason, these two antlerless moose believed that serious confrontations between tough guys should look like this. They waved their hooves a bit, engaged in a staring contest, and that's enough. Time to go and relax. The tigers were engaged in an important task, trying to catch a duck. However, the duck was only teasing the predators, diving underwater right in front of their noses. Perplexed by the trio, they couldn't manage to deal with the small bird, so admitting defeat, they left in disgrace. Apparently, the thirst had tortured the deer so much that it wasn't afraid to drink water nose to nose with a lurking crocodile. At a certain moment, the predator decided to attack, but its potential victim was prepared for any turn of events and managed to slip away in time. The lion, being the true king of the jungle, decided to find out why an audacious intruder had ventured into its territory. The initial glance and intimidating roar were meant as warnings, but soon it escalated into a fierce battle, in which the bear realized that it was not welcome there. It quickly retreated from the battlefield. One of the hyenas spotted intruders on its territory and tried to scare them away with its hoarse and prolonged calls. It appeared more like a display of strength than an actual attack. However, the hyena-like dogs turned out to be persistent fellows and did not heed the warning. Attacking a lone individual with a whole group may not be humane. However, such a notion doesn't seem to bother the lion pride. The lions pounce on the buffalo, aiming to sink their claws deep into its skin and bring it down. It could have ended tragically for the unfortunate buffalo, but unexpectedly, its fellow herd members came to the rescue, and they certainly gave a good beating to the assailants. A Bengal tiger engaged in a desperate battle with a grizzly bear, considered one of the deadliest in the world. Emitting shrieks and roars, the tiger tried to neutralize its opponent, but the bear launched a counterattack. At first, neither of them wanted to give in, but towards the end of the fight, the predatory cat decided to retreat. An aggressive snake almost crawled into the house, but a barrier appeared in its path, a box with a surprise. However, the cat sitting inside immediately made it clear to the reptile that there would be no dialogue between them. Although the four-legged creature was cornered, it still managed to give a worthy resistance to the audacious enemy. Usually, these animals fight with tusks and horns, but the main goal for an elephant is to try to knock a rhinoceros off its feet and then crush it. However, a strategically delivered counterstrike from the rhino can seriously injure the aggressive opponent. Overall, the battle between them can unfold according to various scenarios. Jaguars and leopards can sometimes be overly intrusive and curious when it comes to their adversaries. They enjoy provoking even dangerous snakes, which fiercely resist their advances. Playing with fire, that's how their interactions in the wild can be described. The dog has seen a lot in its life, but being attacked by deranged psycho cats and threatened with violence was a first for the poor canine. It had to literally break free from the clutches of inevitable dismemberment. And here's another dog that made a huge mistake. It approached a small kitten. Its mother, of course, instantly rushed to demonstrate its fighting skills. It turns out it's a true professional in that department. This wild duck had no luck. The poor creature was peacefully resting, when instantly it was swiftly attacked by a predatory bird. Moreover, it all happened so quickly that there was simply no way to evade the enemy's claws. The hyenas were so confident in their strength that they were not afraid to attack a large elephant. However, the elephant showcased its power and devised an effective way to quickly disperse the intruders. During the bullfight, the bull seemed to go crazy and began convulsing with its body. Suddenly, a dog jumped out of the crowd and engaged in a one-on-one struggle with the bull, which was 20 times larger than itself. It proved to be a fatal mistake, as the hefty bull nearly impaled the dog with its horns when it threw it against the barricade. Think two monitor lizards decided to dance a passionate Argentine tango? In reality, in such an unusual pose, the lizards were trying to determine who was stronger, to bring the opponent down to the ground and secure their victory. That was the main goal of this dance battle. In a battle between buffaloes and lions, one regularly feels inclined to bet on the lions. After all, they are part of the royal family. But no, buffaloes sometimes resist becoming someone's meal so fiercely that they're ready to engage in a deadly fight and toss the persistent predator on their horns. We hope you enjoyed the wild ride with Wild Battle. To continue exploring the fierce rivalries, epic battles, and daring hunts of the animal world, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below.